All right, welcome back, everybody. This is going to be part 2 of how to express gratitude in the Abenaki language. This is going to be broken down into 2 or 3 parts. And again, there are several different ways you can say it. Ulini, ulini, uliuni, ulini. And so also I want to say about that is I say just thank you in English very differently. Thank you. I mean, there's so many ways that you can say thank you. As far as like how you project things. And so I think, we're all going to say it a little bit differently. So, and we're going to learn again, go a little bit over Awani, who we're going to say thank you to. And just to break it down real quick, though, I just want to remind everybody that uli means good and ni means that. So ulini or uliuni. And then here's the sounding out of it again. There's the uliuni and the ulini, ulini. And then now we're going to be able to talk about Awani for a second here. All right, and so when we are learning who we're going to say ulini to, then it's going to be Awani, which is who. So who are we going to say it to? So we also have Kagwi, which is what? And Kagwi and Awani are going to be associated with some of these other words here when we build sentences. And then who are we going to be saying ulini to? We're going to be saying this to our creators. And so these are going to be some of the women in our lives. And so we're going to begin with the one who gave us life, and that's going to be our Great Spirit. And that would be Kitsi Niwasqu. Now the W is a little silent. I have a tendency to say wa and not make it silent at all. But you're supposed to try to make it silent, and I don't know if it's coming out right, but on the video, if you can hear it well. But we're going to be saying Kitsi Niwasq. So, and that CH sound right there is a TS. So I'm not sure if you caught that. That's Kitsi. It's not a CH, not a ch. There's no ch. Actually, that would be more like a J. So, like if we had a letter J, if you saw a letter J in our dictionaries and stuff like that. And we're going to say that a lot, in our prayers, and the elders, some of the elders were talking about wanting to know this for some of their important prayers as well. So, ulini, kitsi, niwasqu. Ulini, kitsi, niwasqu. Ulini, kitsi, niwasqu. And I'm hoping that you're hearing that W is almost silent. Okay, and then also I wanted to point out that you'll see it written this way sometimes for Kitsi. That's also going to be written that way in some of the other languages from our confederacy. And then just to be clear, that's the two combined is our Creator, Great Spirit. If it was just Niwasqu, then that would just mean spirit. So, and we're also going to learn a lot later that Kitsi, that is actually the word for big or great. And so we'll also say, if we want to say many thanks or great thanks, we'll use this before ulini. So it'll be Kitsi lini. So the next that we're going to be saying ulini to is going to be your grandmother, because she is going to be the main creator. So your mother, when she was in your grandmother's womb, had all of your DNA and your makeup inside of her. So you were already in your grandmother when your mother was being conceived, or was in the womb. So she's very important. Our grandmothers are very important, and I had it spelled wrong last time, so hopefully you didn't learn that too much. It's actually Nokomis. So we're going to say ulini Nokomis, ulini Nokomis, kitsi ulini Nokomis. See, I added the great on there, like so many thank yous. Thank you very much, instead of just thank you. Kitsi ulini Nokomis. And then we have two aunties. We have one from our father's side and then one from our mother's side. And so we're going to learn that in a second as well. But we're going to go learn mother, because she's going to be next on the list for our matriarchs. And that's because these ladies have created us. And so they are the most important Awanis, who's the most important people. And so it's going to be well, we can give her many thanks. So we can go Kitsi Ulini Nigawas. Ulini Nigawas. Kitsi Ulini Nigawas. And you should just practice saying that to her, especially if she's still alive, or your grandmother. You should get the photos out and make sure that you think about these beautiful ladies, and really be grateful for the life that they gave you, and because we're going to be honoring them with that phrase. So, and then we'll also honor our aunties, and so our dad's sisters are going to be Nokum, Nokem, and then Nokamis, on our mother's side. So, and then if you have a girlfriend, you should honor her as well. And the emphasis is going to be on the dome. So this is your girl, squaw. Ba squaw. So ni don ba squaw. Ni don ba squaw. Ulini ni don ba squaw. Ulini ni don ba squaw. Ulioni ni don ba squaw. And then we can do your spouse. And this can actually go for a male or female spouse. Okay, and I have a feeling that this video is going to end here any second now. So we're just going to kind of go through some of these words, and then you can practice saying ulini to them. And so this is going to be niswiak, niswiak. And then we're going to do friend. So it'll be nidomba. And so uliuni nidomba. Ulini nidomba. And then brother, because I have a brother and I'd like to honor my brother. And the J, Cecile will say that it sounds like a DZ. If you read Laurent, he says, he says that it's a CH. And so that's how I'm going to say it here. But you can go whichever way you want with that. So that's going to be Nitsia. Nitsia.